Greetings, believers and non-believers. This is Rabbit Ape, and I am here specifically addressing my fellow Americans, and even more specifically, those of you who value your freedom of religion and the separation of church and state that guarantees it. On December 18th, 2007, House Resolution 888 was introduced by Congressman Randy Forbes of Virginia. Before we look at the resolution itself, let's quickly review two things. First, the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment of our Constitution, which states that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Also, remember the Lemon Test, established by the Supreme Court in 1968 in the case of Lemon versus Kurtzman, to determine whether or not a piece of legislation violates the Establishment Clause. In order to pass the test, 1. The government's action must have a legitimate secular purpose. 2. The government's action must not have the primary effect of either advancing or inhibiting religion. 3. The government's action must not result in an excessive government entanglement with religion. I have provided links that go into more detail, but here's my short and sweet synopsis. H.R. 888 contains 75 whereas statements, many of which are historically inaccurate, and seem to be attempting to paint a picture of America as a Christian nation rather than what it is, which is a secular nation whose citizens happen to be predominantly Christian. So breathe in that ominous stench of Orwellian revisionist history, my fellow Americans. We were always at war with Eurasia. We were always a Christian nation. These whereases are followed by 4 resolve statements, the most disturbing of which states that religion is, quote, inseparable, unquote, from the American legal system and societal structures, clearly failing the Lemon Test and violating the First Amendment. And resolve number 4 states that the United States House of Representatives expresses support for designation of an American Religious History Week every year for the appreciation of and education on America's history of religious faith. If anything, what we should do, let's not make it a week. Let's just have a class. Maybe for middle school and high school students, elementary schools even, and let's just have a class on religion and just discuss just the facts. And really, this is Daniel Dennett's idea, so let's just hear it from him.
We have compulsory education in world religions for all children, in public and private school, and for homeschoolers. In other words, we have the 3 R's now, we add a 4th R. We have this national compulsory curriculum. Notice this is an Enlightenment idea. This is saying, get facts out there, get knowledge out there, just spread knowledge out there, and that in itself will do a wonderful job of the bright light of knowledge will disinfect a lot of things. So what? Not anything about the creeds except what the creeds are, not saying they're true or false, but about the history of those religions, about their creeds, about their rituals, their music, their symbols, their ethical commands and prohibitions. Just plain facts. No spin, no value judgment. These are attested facts about religion. And you just gradually teach children all of these facts.
Whatever your religious beliefs, or lack thereof, may entail, if you enjoy that freedom to worship, or not worship, as you please, with no particular religion emphasized any more than any other particular religion, you should be opposed to this resolution. It is precisely because we live in a secular nation that we all enjoy the religious freedom we have today. Our representatives should know that we respect our Constitution, even if they do not. Remember, these people work for us. Let's make sure they look out for our best interests. I have provided links for contacting your representative. When Congress gets back in session on January 15th, 2008, give them a call and or send a fax expressing your opposition to this resolution. I will post reminder videos as the date draws near. In the meantime, you can write them by snail mail. Yes, it's less convenient, but that will lend that much more weight to what you have to say. A wheelbarrow full of short and simple letters would pack a lot more punch than 5,000 long-winded emails ever would. But send emails too. In addition to dealing with our representatives directly, we also need to inform and engage our fellow Americans on the net as well as off. If I didn't think you could affect change through making videos, I wouldn't be doing this, but we've got to do more than just make YouTube videos, right? So please, rate and favorite this video, post a response expressing your concerns or ideas. Feel free to upload this video on your channel. Don't forget the links. Write an op-ed for your local newspaper, call into radio talk shows, or at the very least, just speak up to your friends and family and explain to them why this resolution is something we should all be against. Rabbit Ape out.